What is up, Full Sweat fam? Welcome back. I hope that you are ready to do a core workout. All you're going to need is a dumbbell. I'll be using 10 pounds, so go ahead and grab your dumbbell and meet me down on the mat. So from here, you're just gonna be pressing the weight over your chest, bend the knees, and we're just going to drop both heels at the same time, 3 times. And then all you're gonna do is you're just going to reach your weight up towards the sky 3 times. So triple, triple, drop the heels 3 times, with knees bent, and then you're just going to reach the weight towards the ceiling. Really thinking about keeping your lower back pressed to the mat, using the breath. Good. You got about 10 seconds left here. Now, if dropping the heels at the same time are challenging for you, you can always alternate going one and then the other, okay? So just know that that is an option. Now from here, we're gonna come into a side plank with your weight. So I want you to set your side plank up first, stack the heels, lift yourself up, and then all you're going to do is press that weight up towards the ceiling. Now, palm flat on the mat if you can, toes pull towards the shin. If you'd like to add a little bit more, you're just going to keep reaching that weight up towards the sky. So all I'm doing is tapping the weight right in front of my chest, down on the mat. Keeping my body as still as possible, knowing that just by pressing this weight up, that is the added challenge. You don't need to go fast. You can go at whatever tempo makes you feel the exercise. But at the end of that, you should be feeling the obliques. Let's go ahead and switch sides, same thing. So really set your side plank up before you even grab the weight. Just because the timer's running doesn't mean you need to be doing the actual pressing position. I'd rather your foundation be incredibly solid before coming into this press. Reaching up. So if you notice, I try to keep my chest facing forward the whole time, and I'm just letting the weight come down to the ground, not rotating my torso. We got about 10 seconds left. Good, toes pull towards the shin, fire up the glutes. Keeping the body nice and stable. Give me one more if you're still with me. And good. And let's come on down to the mat. So this is gonna be an interesting exercise for some of us. We call it the bed roll. Right knee is bent. Left arm is straight out. You're just going to roll and press. Okay, so think about your core doing the work, kind of like a quarter get up, but I'm pressing and then I'm rolling and then using either both my hands or just the one hand to sit me up. You can do this one a little bit quicker if you'd like. Don't rush it entirely. So really focus on pressing and then rolling, right? Kind of like a quarter get up, but really, we're just training proper mechanics to get up out of bed in the middle of the night. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Good. If you aren't loving that exercise, you could always turn it into a quarter get up, but if you're focusing on the core, you're gonna start to feel it in that arm as well as the core. So I'm really thinking about my core doing the work to sit me up and lower me down. Because we've already worked on the obliques should be turned on, and all this does is really emphasize the work that they're doing. Push, lift, da, 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 right back down. So really pushing, rolling onto that forearm to lift yourself up. Less than 10 seconds. Good. Perfect. Now from there, let's go ahead and come into a plank. We're just gonna do a plank climber or a classic plank, whichever one makes most sense for you. So set your plank up first. Once your plank is nice and stable, you're just gonna pull knee in, lift hips up, reset foot, reset hips. You don't need to go fast. Let the breath help you. Pulling knee into chest. The main key is really resetting the hips before you drive that opposite leg. And a lot of the times, what I see is people leave their hips up the whole time, and that completely defeats the purpose of the core controlling the movement happening at the hips. So slow it down if you need to, but I really, really want you to try and focus on pulling hips down in addition to pulling hips up. Give me one more drive on each side. Good. And then from there, we're gonna head right back into that triple. So grab onto your weight, lower down to the mat, bend the knees. Remember, 3 heel drops. Really focusing on the lower back staying pressed to the mat. 3 lifts of the weight up towards the ceiling. Knees stay bent the whole time. Keep the toes pulling towards the shin. Really focusing on the lower back, staying connected to the mat as you reach those heels out. Good. 2, and 1. We've got about 5 seconds left. Good. And then go ahead and set up your opposite side plank. So normally I would have done my left side. I'm going to go right side down. Set up your side plank first. Weight can be in front of you. So if holding a side plank is challenging for you, you can just lift and hold this weight up overhead. Or if you want the added challenge, you're just going to continue to add those reps. So 3 options that I gave you. Pick the one that makes the most sense. Not the one that's the most challenging, the one that makes the most sense for you. Not losing the integrity of the side plank. Fire up the glutes, pull the toes towards the shin. Keeping the body nice and stable, making sure that your shoulder stays protected. Now, if you are in that side plank and your shoulder feels wonky, then you either don't need the weight, you don't need to do the press, and you just need to focus on building the side plank. Don't move ahead if the body isn't ready yet, right? Build up the strength to do it. So level 1, I'm just holding a classic side plank. Level 2, I'm just holding the weight straight up overhead. Number 3 is I'm gonna add in a few reps to challenge my body my core not letting my body move. Good. You've got about 12 seconds left here. Reaching up. Keep going. All the way to that final buzzer. And there it is. From there, we're either gonna go into quarter get-ups if bed rolls don't feel like they're challenging to you, but really focus on these bed rolls. I promise you, if you're doing them correctly, they make a lot more sense, okay? So I'm pushing, rolling up onto my forearm, coming right back down, and repeating. Once I have the movement, I am adding a little bit of speed. And the next time you get up in the middle of the night, you'll notice you're gonna roll yourself out of bed just like that. Right, if this is not practical application, I don't know what is. Give me one more. Good. And then go ahead and switch sides. We got 2 exercises left. We got bed roll on this opposite side, plank climber, and then you are going to be done. So using that other leg to push you over, roll you up. Thinking about what is my core doing? Your core should be stabilizing the body as you go through this exercise. Added challenge, don't use that top arm. Just using that bottom arm. But if you need the top arm, feel free to use both hands. Go ahead and give me one more. Perfect. And then set up for your final exercise. We're just gonna be doing a plank climber. Remember, your hips should be coming up and then resetting in between. If hips are staying up the whole time, then you are doing it incorrectly. You really wanna focus on lifting and lowering of the hips. In fact, instead of speeding it up, really try to slow it down. So full exhale as you bring the hips right back to reset. Good. Almost there. Oh, it is working. Good. Give me one more on each leg. One on my left, one on my right, and then you are done. All right, Sweat Fam, that is your very quick core workout using minimal equipment. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about that, and I will see you next time on the mat.